Hello you beautiful people, welcome back to Forza Horizon 4, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're well. Today is an exciting day. We're jumping into a brand new series, Series 26, which brings with it a brand new festival playlist and brand new weekly FORZATHON challenges. This week, warning, danger to manifold in the Mitsubishi Eclipse GSX. So if you are new around here, definitely consider subscribing. We are on the push to 10,000 subscribers. And let's go grab ourselves 200 FORZATHON points and the much needed percentage towards the festival playlist. First things first, do you own Lake Lodge? If not, why not? It is located just north of Derwent Water, but will double all FORZATHON points for all FORZATHON activities, weekly FORZATHON challenges, daily FORZATHON challenges, and FORZATHON lives every hour on the hour. It is quite costly at 5 million credits, or is free with the VIP pass. The vehicle you're going to need for this week's FORZATHON challenges is the 1995 Mitsubishi Eclipse GSX. I'm running 601 horsepower, four-wheel drive, and can be picked up in the auto show for 25,000 credits. If you'd like my tune, just search my gamer tag Skippy4631 or the file name Skippy YouTube. Now, some of you may have noticed that the Mitsubishi Eclipse is DLC, but do not fear, the Mitsubishi car pack is free to all players and contains 7 beautiful Mitsubishis. While you're in the marketplace picking up your Mitsubishi car pack, you might want to check out 2 new packs added with Series 26, the Forza Horizon 4 British Sports Car Pack and the Forza Horizon 4 Any Terrain Car Pack. These aren't new cars by any means, these are cars from the Car Pass. They're split up into 2 packs, one containing 6 cars, one containing 5 cars. They're just slightly cheaper than buying all the cars from Car Pass. Now, for any of you that may not have seen my video of me breaking down the festival playlist and the brand new features coming with Series 26, you may not know that we now have an extended garage. The cap used to be 750 cars. Playground Games have quite nicely extended that to 1,000 cars. No more deleting and selling duplicates. Now, with all that being said, we will be taking a look at the FORZATHON shop at the end of the video, but let's go ahead and jump into this week's FORZATHON challenges. Warning, danger to manifold. Chapter 1, Too Soon. Own and drive the definitive edition of a real tuner legend, the 1995 Mitsubishi Eclipse GSX. Also, be prepared, this week's FORZATHON challenges contains a lot of Fast and Furious references. Own and drive then, exactly as it says on the tin. Hop outside your festival house or castle, drive 2 seconds down the road, and Too Soon completed. Now, with Chapter 1, Too Soon completed, owning and driving the Mitsubishi Eclipse, it's on to Chapter 2, Winning's Winning. It doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile, just make sure you cross the line first in 6 street scene events with your Mitsubishi Eclipse GSX. Head on over to your map and filter by the street scene series. This just makes them a lot easier to find and see. I'm heading on over to the Ambleside Ascent, as it is one of the shortest street scene series at just 3.6 miles in length. Now, unfortunately, I can't give you a blueprint race this week because you can't blueprint street scene races. What I can give you is a little bit of advice. Weekly FORZATHON challenge races are not affected by drive retard difficulty, so go ahead and stick it on New Racer. There's no reason to make it any harder than it needs to be. Coming up on the finish line of race 1, we do need to complete 5 more of these. Across the line, first place. And across the line, race 2 completed. Coming up on the finish line on our 3rd race, across the line, first place. Coming up to complete the 4th race, and across the line, 2 to go, first place. 5th race completed, across the line, first place. Coming up on the finish line on our 6th and final race, that is across the line, first place. And there we go, Winning's Winning completed. Now, with Chapter 2, Winning's Winning completed, that did take a little bit of time to win 6 street scene events, but it's finally on to Chapter 3, I Live My Life. Take your Eclipse GSX down to the strip and win 5 drag strip events. For those 10 seconds or less, you are free. For this chapter, head on over to your map, but this time filtering by the drag strip series, again making them a little bit easier to find. I'll be heading on over to the Horizon Festival drag strip, as it's one of the shortest. I have created a blueprint for this chapter. There is no special route involved, it is just straight down the drag strip, 0.2 miles in length. Just search my gamer tag Skippy4631 or use the share code 285901 888. Now, just like the street sim races, the drag races are not affected by driver tile difficulty, so there's no reason to make it any harder than it needs to be. I'm going new racer. Here we go then, first race, straight out the gate, we're into first place. Take a cheeky look behind me and we're leaving them all for dust. 100 miles an hour, up into fourth gear, cross the line, first place. Right, this is my fifth and final drag race, and what I'm discovering is I'm spending more time in loading screens than it actually takes to do the drag race. But this is the fifth and final one, across the line, first place. And there we go, I live my life completed. With chapter 3, I live my life completed, winning 5 drag strip events. On to our fourth and final chapter. It's not how you stand by your car, it's how you race your car. Race with style by drifting as you overtake opponents while racing to earn 5 show-off skills in your Eclipse GSX. Now for this chapter you can use any race you like, it is entirely up to you. A show-off skill is probably one of the harder skills to earn in Horizon 4. I am going to be using the road racing series to try and make life a little bit easier. I'm also going to be using the Horizon Festival circuit. Now I've gone ahead and made a blueprint race called Easy Show-Off Skills. It is 10 laps long to give you the most amount of time to get this done. There is no special route involved, and it is Mitsubishi Eclipse only. Just search my game tag Skippy4631 or use the share code 345911728. Now keeping the driver tiles on the racer makes that a little bit easier to earn show-off skills. To earn a show-off skill you just need to drift whilst overtaking a driver tile. It's one of the most frustrating skills to earn in Forza Horizon 4, but we do eventually do it. I do eventually grab 5 show-off skills. Completing chapter 4, it's not how you stand by your car. And with chapter 4 completed, that's this week's FORZATHON challenges done and dusted. Warning, dangerous to manifold completed. Let's go ahead and take a look at this week's FORZATHON shop. Now this week's FORZATHON shop is a slight letdown. The first car up for grabs is the 2010 Aston Martin 177, 650 FORZATHON points. Second car up for grabs, the 1965 Alfa Romeo Giulia TZ2, 450 FORZATHON points. We've got one piece of clothing up for grabs, the chainmail t-shirt, and one horn up for grabs in the Hall of the Mountain King, 100 FORZATHON points for each of those. And if you're feeling lucky and got any spare FORZATHON points knocking around, you can grab a normal wheel spin for 40 FORZATHON points, or a super duper wheel spin for 150 FORZATHON points. Now buyer beware when purchasing these cars from the FORZATHON shop. Both of them can be picked up in the auto show. Now it just depends whether you want to save some FORZATHON points and spend some credits, or do you want to save some credits and spend some FORZATHON points. For me, I'll be saving my FORZATHON points as I already own these cars and don't really feel the need to have 2 of each. But there we go, that's this week's FORZATHON challenges done and dusted. Warning, dangerous manifold completed. 200 FORZATHON points in the bank and 15% towards our summer season. If you have any questions about this week's FORZATHON challenges, do hit me up in the comments. I'll do my best to help you out, or someone here on the channel will. But as always, thank you so much for watching. If you are new around here, definitely consider subscribing. We are very close to 10,000 subscribers. We also do this every single week, and we will be completing the rest of the festival playlist in the next couple of days here on the channel. But as always, stay safe guys, and have an awesome day.